Careful! Throwing so hard. Come out here and run it! Yeah, block it with your knee! Block it with your knee! That's it! Stretch him out!
We're here with state qualifier Drew Hennessy, and we're going to ask Drew a few questions about his wrestling story as we get ready for the big weekend of state wrestling. Tell us how you got started in wrestling, Drew.
I guess in kindergarten, probably one of the first sports I ever done. My dad, I always remember going over to Iowa Grant and wrestling when I was little, and then going to all the tournaments all over around the area.
Any accomplishments that come to mind that you may have won a tournament or something that comes to mind about before you get into high school?
Probably in middle school when I won state at the little kids, and then wrestling freestyle and Greco out at Fargo. That was pretty fun.
We all know that wrestling is one of the hardest sports. So what keeps you coming back and wanting more wrestling?
Probably the winning part, just all the work you put in that nobody sees, and then you go out and it shows on the mat.
So, coming up as a young wrestler, what was your go-to move, or what was that favorite move that Drew used to like to get on people?
I don't know. I like being on top a lot, and either like putting the legs in and doing a half Nelson, or on feet a double leg.
Okay. So, in high school, I think we all know the answer to this, but what is your favorite move to get on somebody?
Chipperilli.
And how did the Chipperilli come about?
I think when I was younger, it was showed me by one of my coaches, Tim Starbacher, and I don't know, I just kept trying it, and I then really got the hang of it and just kept hitting it.
So, if you could do the Chipperilli to anyone here at school, who would it be?
I'd have to say Mr. Terrell.
He might be 37-1. I'm about ready to get to my first win. Right here, baby. Right here. He's going down.
As a wrestling fan, and now, who would be one wrestler that you look up to?
I'd probably have to say Bo Nickel, a wrestler from Penn State. He's really good and funky, kind of like me. Like do different moves that a lot of people don't.
All right. So maybe there's that one guy that you've seen wrestle at tournaments, and maybe he's a weight above you or weight below you, and you're like, I just like to maybe have a chance to wrestle him and see how I could do against him. Anybody that comes to mind?
I'd probably have to say probably Donald. Just because I like wrestling and practice all the time.
So, getting back to that question about wrestling. Wrestling is a hard sport, but what's one of the hardest parts about wrestling for you?
Definitely the practices. Just like every practice, it's just so hard, and you just got to keep your mind focused, and so you don't mentally break. That's the most important part about wrestling.
Now, on the other side, what's the easiest part of wrestling? What comes easy to you?
Probably just pinning guys early, really, so I don't have to really break a sweat during the matches.
So, there's always that one loss that, we have, and what's been the toughest loss for you so far?
Definitely freshman year in the state
And the
finals.
champion in Division III at 170 pounds by a score of 3-1,
Okay.
Helton Vandenbush from Random Lake.
What's that mentality like? What are you thinking? What are you listening to before a big match? You got somebody that's going to be a tough match. Like, what's going through your mind? What are you listening to on the earbuds?
I guess I like to listen like some metal music. And just think about what I'm gonna do to my guy, and that nobody can beat me if I wrestle my best, and just things like that.
All right. What's one of the things that one of your coaches does that can really get you motivated or get you ready for a match?
Just some of the things they say to me, like if you wrestle the best, there's nobody gonna beat you, or some things like that, just to get me going.
So, anything you want to say to someone that's watching, or to maybe your parents, that you might want to say to them?
Just thanks for everything. Thank you, my mom, dad, family, everybody that comes out to watch. And it's been fun the last 4 years, and hopefully we can get it done this year.
Now, I know this is a little probably premature, but let's say Drew walks off the mat, gets his hand raised, and he's a state champion. What do you think would be going through your mind?
It'd be a dream come true. I've been thinking about winning this ever since I've been a little kid, going there to watch state, and it just means everything to me.
Hips on top, hips on top, hips on top, bottom elbow.
Tennessee, Iowa, Island.
Yep.